Alright, welcome back, my friends, to the game that hasn't ended yet. Once again, we are playing this because of our inability to play a different game. So, the
Despite the fact that we enjoy this game quite a lot.
yeah, it's just not a scheduled game.
Well, fuck. Don't have me forced
And
in.
our timing
I
continues. Uh,
Check.
oh. So, previously, you all were hired
The big
after
bottle.
having managed to gain a good reputation in the local town. You were hired by the Baron to escort a religious slash diplomatic group from the Emerald Empire who wishes to visit the God Ring, which I'd have to go back and listen to a previous one. I think I misspoke. The ring is actually just over the border with Damar. It is not actually in Kimsul.
Okay.
I was looking through some of my notes and I'm like, I think I misspoke that one. But
Oh
I
well.
haven't gone back to listen to what I actually said, but I'm pretty sure I said it wrong. Would hardly be the first time.
Indeed.
Yeah. On the journey, you've at least learned the names of the various people. Hopefully, you should be able to see all 15 nameplates now. That was a learning experience today. The on your journey, as you're traveling down this road, Gerg suddenly noticed a shadow pass overhead and turned to everyone else and whispered loudly, with the oxymoron that is, but still he whispered, "Dragon!" And that is where we return. What is everyone trying to do?
Live.
Step 1. Survive. Step 2. I am going to go ahead and I will cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay.
Well, shit. Me too. Oh wait, no.
Wait, what now?
He was making
Can I cast Rogue's Armor? Is that a thing?
knives.
You cast
Um,
knives.
I can I cast Sneaky Knives. Is that a thing?
All right, so are you just standing there with a knife in your hand, looking around like, I don't see a dragon?
Yes, because it kind of caught me unawares. Now I'm aware I have the reaction speed, but he said dragon, not like, hey guys, look, nothing, not like that. He just shouted dragon. So my
So,
reaction, just the same as when someone goes, duck or get down. You don't. You turn and look at the person who said duck.
Well, in that case, what is Gurk doing?
It'd really help if I wasn't muted. I was trying to get the the civilians to hide.
Okay. So are you ducking into hiding while waving them to do the same? Are you trying to usher them
I'm-
somewhere?
Standing in the middle of the road right now, kind of shooing them with my hands towards one side of the road.
All right,
Like,
oh boy, give me a diplomacy check.
oh, that's gonna be fun. Because until my wife gets home, I'm using her tablet. Which, there we go. Cool.
Oh, good. Okay.
Did not expect that. That is just the die roll for me, by the way.
So yeah, they are trying to seek cover.
It's pretty cool. I did not expect that. My last
Yeah,
good
your
die roll,
reaction was
guys.
a lot better than mine. I just stare upwards. Oh, look, it is a dragon.
Would you quit eating paper? Where did
It's
you even
rather.
find paper?
It's so delicious.
Oh, dude, the puppies got into my gaming stuff.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, they mowed down on 2 maps and 3 characters. Oh my god, what are you doing?
Yeah, you're really not
Salvageable?
encouraging me to get a dog.
Well, I've got 11 of them. Hard to keep track of them. It's different than just
All right.
holding on to one because it's cute and you just want to hold on to him and pet him and love him.
And call him George.
Hey, man, you call him whatever you want. Pet him and love him and call him George.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Girk, at a surprising show of, quiet gesturing, managed to
How
get
do you
this
say
group
it?
to scatter.
Humanitarian? Well, not humanitarian. Dogatarian.
Puppies, come on.
Piscoparian?
Yeah, that's pretty much what he
Win-win.
yelled at him.
Win-win.
Turned around and yelled, "Puppies, come on!" And they're like, "Huh?" Jumped in the bushes.
Ugh. Yeah, there were a few that didn't really seem to understand. They didn't quite hear what you had said, and they're not sure what you're gesturing, but they're seeing everybody else taking cover, so they went ahead and did the same.
Ow! Son of a bitch.
I mean,
Well, that was smart of him.
technically, yes, you are.
Getting my toes gnawed on.
Ow. Apparently you're getting attacked
And
from
they're like,
above and below, huh?
yeah, oh yeah. Oh, good, my wife's home.
I'm going to play a Candyland game at some point, and that'll be a thing that you guys have to deal with, is literally a swarm of puppies.
Puppy
That sounds
swarm.
horrifying.
Just
Horrifyingly
my-
fluffy.
all of the puppies when we had 18 of them. Well, I guess 16 more appropriately. They all would come running, at like my daughter while she's laying on the floor on a tablet, and she would feign, fear, and she would kick it up to like 11 too. It was beautiful. She'd be like, "Ah, puppies!" She'd be like, "It's a puppy invasion." She was over them like day 2. Yeah, she likes them singularly, but as a clique, yeah, she can't stand the pups. She's on the floor all the time. All you hear is stupid puppies. Look over, there's puppies like all in a big pile, wiggling about, implying that she has definitely just shoved a whole pile of puppies off.
She's gonna hear this thing in 10 years, be like, I did not.
You most certainly did. You've been in trouble twice for manhandling them, and you're a little girl.
All right. So Hatch, you see Gurg gesturing wildly, and the rest of the group scattering. And now it's just the three of you standing out in the middle of the road.
So
I'm ready to.
always
I'm
been-
going to start moving towards cover, but my instinctive response to a threat like that is, "Oh shit, protection."
yeah, it's always been my experience that you hide from dragons. For some reason, I froze in place. Silly me. I'm gonna run over these bushes and have a shit. Aye.
I'm headed over there.
Yeah, you might not want to go to the same bush as me, love.
Okay, so these are actually trees, not bushes. So these people are actually under canopy.
Right.
See, before I move,
Hmm.
no, yeah, I can. I cast bless.
All right, then you are
So-
still here.
Okay.
Part of me wants to hide, the other part of me wants to come at me, dragon.
Please
But you know,
don't.
Yeah, so
I'll
you're
probably
still
hide.
there when it passes overhead.
Okay, yeah, I literally get everybody in the bless.
What's your range?
50 feet.
Oh, yeah. Easily.
Yep. +1 morale bonus on attack rolls. And on saving throws against fear effects.
Good, because I need everyone to make one of those.
Okay, I believe I get the save against fear right now. Yeah, bravery +1 against fear. That's a will save, correct?
Yep, I need, so...
We lost Sam.
No!
The puppy's got the cord. I'm gonna laugh if he comes back on and says that's what happened.
So you're never gonna guess what that last roll was?
A 1?
Nat 20.
No, no. Same as the first one, 19. But I have a +2 on this one, so.
Huh?
21 against fear. Oh no, hold on. My will save is +1. So bravery +1 against fear. 21.
Okay.
Hey, buddy. So I'm gonna take it you failed your will save because as soon as Justin asked for one, you just. I didn't want to finish anyway.
Sweet.
So what I was saying, Sam, was I guess you failed your will save because Justin asked for one against fear and you just bounced out.
Right.
You there?
I'm back.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. The girls went and saw Wonka in theater with my sister. That was my sister calling to say she was kidnapping my children. She was not bringing them back for the evening.
Oh, you're
Oh
heartbroken.
darn.
I'm so upset. Yeah, so
Oh no, a wife without a night without kids. Oh man.
yeah, you were right. You were right at first.
But yeah,
Already.
what I was saying though is I guess you failed your will save because as soon as Justin asked for it, you bounced out.
I hope not.
I had a 25.
Look at you having will.
Yep.
Yeah, look at you all with the real stuff happening for you.
Do not forget the +1.
I have my so yeah, 22 for me then.
Oh, 6.
Oh boy.
Was that with your +1 from his bless?
oh. 6.
Yeah, because see, he rolled a 5 total. Well, this is annoying me. I know it's here, and I can't find the rules for it. I think I can safely say a 6 fails.
Man,
Pretty sure everybody else cheated. Well, no, there's some of the
Brave and
NPCs
mighty
that
what do I
did.
hack
roll for?
lets himself.
What do I roll for an objection? EM objection. That should be a roll.
Feel free to object.
Pretty sure you throw the D20 at the GM.
If you manage to hit him from there, I will be
If you hit me from there, then you passed.
All right, challenge accepted. I'm gonna have to learn that one now. I'm gonna find a group of little fucking kids and just throw dice at your house.
Like yeah, Jim gets a Venmo for $10.
Dude, go hit him with a die.
Really surprised that Josh
My
comes in and
phone
flings
just
a D20
binged,
at
and
you.
I was
You're like,
like, "Is somebody
what?
sending me
Are all of you on
$10?"
his camera?
Why is this? I'm gonna have to go back and cut this out.
Just He's like, just skip throwing dice at me and give me $10 and you'll pass the will save.
I mean, if you want to pass that bad, then
He's not a he's not a he's not a pizza and Doritos kind of DM, you know, he's more of a cash in hand kind of guy.
this is really annoying me. I cannot find the stuff for Draconic Aura in the rules, and I know it's there, and I'm just going to go. Where is?
Yeah. Let me look at in my handy dandy core rulebook.
It would be in a bestiary, which I can't. I don't see the first bestiary. Where? I got 2 through 6 sitting here. That's annoying. Oh, there it is. Oh, here we are. Frightful presence.
Oh no, I am afeared.
Otherwise functions undetailed on page 300. Are you freaking... That's the one thing that Pathfinder did so much worse than... Try and cut down on pages instead of reprinting stuff over and over. They're like, oh, we'll print it here and just make 1,000 references so you have to keep flipping back and forth. Alright, so I'll be honest, I've spent way too long on this already. We're just going to move on, as the majority of people either rolled really high or really low. So anyone affected by it is... You know, there are days I really... Functions as the fear spell. Thank you for not telling me what that does. So, assuming I don't cut this whole section out, because it's probably going to be really boring to listen to, take this as a lesson, folks. A, actually have your games planned. B, know what everything does. I knew this was going to happen. And...
That was really funny after the plan comment. You're like, B,
Yeah. Oh, I wasn't
like
planning
getting the
to
knuckle
run this game
tattoos,
today.
plan ahead.
Yeah. Wasn't planning to.
No, Ragger.
Okay,
Yeah,
you
no
are...
regrets.
No regrets. You are panicked, which means that you drop anything you're holding and flee at top speed from the source of its fear.
I can't hear a word you're saying.
So a creature who is panicked drops anything it's holding and flees at top speed from the source of the fear.
I love that.
So, Hatch, in addition, you take a -2 penalty on saving throws, skill checks, and ability checks. That is really strong.
Well, I know what I gotta do. Go get help.
All right, so the reed flees. Rotham's going to flee. And Hunter flees. Everyone else passed their save, if only barely. Except for Hatch. Hatch, you'll move on your turn. Go ahead and everyone roll initiatives.
All right. Use the dime roller one more time. I'm gonna go over to clickety clacks if you let me down. Where did I go?
Mine was a 16.
Alright. Well, the dragon goes first. It continues its flight path around. So the people who ran off ran back up the road. It is curving and is, well, honestly, this round all it does is fly, so even with its fly speed, which, by the way, holy cow. So it turns and it's actually coming back up along the road. Probably going to hit the people in the middle and then chase after the ones farther up.
So, quick reference for myself.
Mm.
This thing just wing over us.
Yeah. So it
Now,
just
how
winged.
high is it flying?
When it originally passed over, it was
Sorry.
about 40 to 50 feet in the air. As it circles up and comes back in line with the road, it has dropped down, so it's about 30 feet above the ground now.
Right. But it shifted its direction and turned completely about twice.
It has a fly speed of 200 feet.
Yeah, but what's its maneuverability like?
Poor, which is why it took so long to turn to get to where it is.
All right. Does
So
movement work the same
it flew
in this
across
as it
here,
did in?
okay? And then turned here,
Uh-huh.
and that's why that's the end of its turn. Because it took so
It
long
flew
to
in a
turn.
big sweeping arc.
Yeah, it took so
It
long to
flew in a
turn
big
that this was
sweeping arc. It
yeah.
didn't wing.
It did.
Right,
Yeah, it
right,
didn't
right.
use the maneuver wing over. It just flew in this big
Right.
arc.
I almost shit a brick in my real chair. Because wing over attack is a relatively high. It's up there on the list of feats to be garnered.
Yeah, it was not a wing over attack because it didn't do any attacks. It just flew
That
over.
would imply this thing is really, really good at killing things while flying. Yeah, yeah. Right, right, right. Yeah, when I zoomed out and I watched you paint its trail with arrows, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
It flew way over there first.
Yeah. That's sorry. That's it. Had to do this big sweeping arc, and then
No, you're fine.
now
That
it
was
is.
less you, more me. I didn't have enough of the map revealed to myself.
That's fine. Gerg, it is your move.
Uh, so yeah, my only ranged attack is throwing my axe, and I don't want to do that. So it's still flying right now, correct?
Yeah, it has come closer to the ground, but it is still out of reach.
Let's see. I'm going to move away from the people so we don't get all roasted alive in the first go.
Okay. Emilda?
And then
Oh,
I'm
yep, still have a standard. Sorry.
I'm just gonna say I'm just waiting now because I mean I can't quite hold because I've moved, correct?
Yeah.
I can't. Yeah, so I mean yeah, I'll just end my turn then.
I am holding my action. I am Actually, let me be more precise. I am prepping a spell so that the moment the dragon comes in range, I will let it off. The spell is Shadow Trap, which it's a close range spell, 25 feet plus 5 foot a level, so 35 feet. 1 round a level, will negate. But the point of it would be you pin the target's shadow to its current location, causing the target to become entangled and preventing it from moving further than 5 feet from its original position. A flying creature can only hover in place or fall.
Yep. All right.
Basically, get down here. But I am holding to try and do it.
Alrighty. Hatch. You are panicked.
Right. So I can't attack it. I can, however, turn tail and flee, right?
That's all you can do.
Right. Because
I know,
some
but the
other
way he
people,
said it made it sound better.
right. But there's other people in our group that also fled. Am I right?
3 other people
All right.
fled, including
So,
one on horseback.
well, I mean, listen, they can't be running about willy nilly without leadership, right? So I'm going to spearhead the retreat for one. Also, just curious, is glaring menacingly on the list of things I can do?
No. You are panicked. You drop anything in your
Ah,
hand and
shit.
flee
All
with
right.
all
I
possible
won't
haste.
even. I
Did you
won't
have
even glare menacingly,
Did you have anything in hand?
but I will call out that. Oh,
Okay.
we were just walking along the road. Yeah. Well, then duty calls, fellas.
And the lady.
Did you actually put yourself off screen?
Yeah.
All right, I'll worry about that later. Okay. At this point,
Well, hey, man, you said run full speed. That's my
yeah,
full speed would take me
the
off.
other
The map.
people I moved to the side and moved to the GM layer so they just weren't visible.
Sorry, I'm aware that takes it. Yeah,
Yours
I'm
is
sorry.
actually easier to put back later than anybody else's. Uh, Oh, you know what I didn't do? Oh wow. Okay. So Lady Laurel at least managed to keep her. Oh, you got him.
Yeah. Undo, you know? They have a oopsie button. I like that.
Laurel manages to control her mount. Pia does not, so she is also.
Yeah.
I forgot to roll for the horses. She also is forcefully fled from the scene. Uh, all right. Other people either cower in fear or at least one guy's prepping a bow. But honestly, none of them really do anything this turn. So it is the dragon's turn. Does he see? Oh, you are so lucky, Jim.
What?
Because Hatch ran off and Gurg ran to the side, it's not going to bother using its breath weapon on just one person. It's going to go for the group of people down the road. I was going to have it circle and hit you and these people up here, but it doesn't actually see them under the tree.
Okay.
So it's just trying to fly over. Unfortunately, because of the height, it is basically on top of you when you can cast the spell for it to be within your range. So you're going to go ahead and cast it, I assume?
Well, safe.
Yep. What is the DC?
Yeah. It's not terribly difficult, unfortunately. Low level spell, but I figured I'd give it a shot.
Hmm?
It's
Man,
a
it's like
15.
really good.
What
Oh,
was it?
man.
It's a 15.
Mm. Oh, no, he breaks free immediately.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's not even really a hesitation in the flight as it passes over you to chase.
All right.
Which, on the other hand, does, as he passes, cause the guy with the bow to take a shot. Who misses completely. Gurg.
Is he? He's still flying though, correct?
He is still flying. I'm going to adjust things ever so
How high up?
slightly. It's about 30 feet off the ground.
How high up? And now that he's going over there, I am shouting a challenge at him, trying to draw him off.
I'm going to do this so we can have him go past you and still be viable. You're just shouting at him?
So, hold on a second. Where did I go? Oh, okay, I zoomed way out. I was like, where did I go? I'm gonna move.
Wave your fist menacingly. He'll respond to that positively.
All right, so I'm moving to about here, and I am gonna roll a. What would it be? Can I roll an intimidate?
You can try. I mean, you can roll the
I mean,
intimidate, yes.
failing might. Well, I mean, I'm trying to entice the drag, or like get its attention called over here. So I'm gonna like roar.
I
Is
I
that
cannot vision of Luna just going nuts.
Okay. So the way it reads, you can use this skill to frighten your opponents or to get them to act in a way that benefits you. So yes, you can use Intimidate to try and
Yeah.
do that.
wow? That worked out for me.
Arf, arf.
All right. Milda,
Yep.
it is your turn. Probably should have had the dragon farther down the road, but I'm going to leave it where it is.
Well, at this point, I guess I'll be getting the crossbow and loading it. Really, all I can do.
Okay.
I believe that'll pretty much be my turn.
Hatch, make another will save.
Um, 16.
Okay. So you're no longer panicked. You are still shaken, so you still have the negatives. But you are no longer forced to flee.
Well, good. In that case, I will find my nerve and attempt to head back to the combat. What's my neg like? A 2
-2, yeah.
or more?
Nope, just -2.
Okay. Then yeah, I will make haste back to the field of battle. Scolding myself under my breath for my moment of wavering resolve.
So as you're turning around and coming back, you see the dragon coming to you.
That's right. I'm giving myself one of those shitty pep talks, kicking myself in the ass, like, come on, Hitch. Drawing my knife, kind of bonk myself on the head with the haft of it. I'm like, you got this. Looks up, sees the dragon. Fuck. Still heading back.
So, question:
Hmm.
Is a rock considered an improvised weapon or a simple weapon? Like a
picked
fist-sized
up and
rock.
thrown rock would be improvised.
Yeah.
Can I move?
You can.
All right. Well, then I will take my movement this way. Let me double check. There we go. Knives in hand, attempting to look menacing.
Okay. Uh. No. They're probably far enough away that the other people can't see, and you're not looking in the right direction, so you don't know what's going on behind you. So it there. It swoops in towards you, and as it's not terribly far away, its maw opens and a cone of sickly green liquid spews forth, and I need a reflex save.
So what does a 19 get me? That includes a -2, correct?
It does, yes.
So it would have been a 21 otherwise.
Okay. So you have 19. You have evasion.
I'm second level rogue.
I don't remember if you do or
I do. I have evasion.
okay. I thought you probably did by this point, but well, in that case, you managed to dance between the drops of its acidic breath, narrowly avoiding getting touched by a single one. Everyone else gasps in
Oh,
fear and horror because they're sure you're about to be dissolved, and while the road around you is sizzling, you are completely untouched.
and I will try to find confidence in that. Really hard to. Still a little afraid. I'll
Dragon,
wait until later to wipe the sweat off of my brow.
Dragon, like tries to pull up, not like up to go up, but to pull up short because it literally, as it did it, as it's passing over, it realizes you're not harmed, which kind of confuses it. So it's beginning to curve back. Gerg,
All right. So would this be about fist sized for me? This little rock.
you know what? Sure, because if it was too terribly big, they probably would have moved it out of the road.
So I'm going to pick that up with my offhand and again trying to tempt the dragon into me. Since it's a little bit out of my throwing range right now, I'm going to roar as loudly as I can. And I'm not using the die roller anymore. Much better. There's a reason I like this D20.
Yeah, I had to abandon it as well.
Intimidate. Be a 22.
Okay.
And, do I have any movement left?
Uh,
I did.
no, because you 5 foot
Yeah.
stepped over, you picked up a rock, which is a move action, and you did intimidate, which is a standard. So you're done.
Yeah, thought I'd ask. I couldn't remember exactly.
No, it's fair enough.
Hmm.
To be honest, you're far enough away. You're really not sure if it had any effect on it, as it's already looks like it's circling back somewhat. So, Emilda,
All right. Yep. Hold on. There we go. I will be moving forward. Let's see. And I will take a shot with my crossbow.
Okay.
That does not hit.
All right. And finally, Hatch.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yes, currently, best bet would be. How low is this thing to the ground? You saying 30 feet?
About 30 feet, yeah. It's literally brushing the tops of these trees.
Right. Damn it. So, how feasible is climbing up one of these trees, right? To try and get up closer to this thing. So here you go. I don't know the mechanics involved. This is an out of character question. What's it look like mechanically to climb this tree and jump on this fucking dragon, right?
Okay. You got to get to a tree, which is a move action, no problem. You have to make a climb check, which will
Right.
get you the highest branches are only about that would support you are only going to be about 20 feet up. Then you'll have to make a jump check.
Right.
And if you're jumping for
Okay.
the dragon and you fail, you're probably not going to land back in the tree.
Right. I imagine that the consequences are, thus that you fall. Ouch.
Yeah. But those would be the rolls you would need to make
Can't with you too. Stop.
Okay.
if that's what you want to
Um,
do. I
it
will,
is.
if you make good enough rolls, I will let you make the jump check as he passes.
All right.
Which
So,
tree are you planning to go to, by the way? Because realize he's
that's what I was
technically.
going to ask. What is watching its current trajectory? Do I believe this would be the next tree that
Probably
I,
by the time
or
he's going to be
this
past
one?
that tree by the time you get there.
All right.
As he
So
looks like
then I
he's.
will head towards.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, because of how he's turning, because it looked like he was coming
Okay.
back to you anyway, so he would circle back. That looks like your best bet. So go ahead,
Cool.
make your climb check.
Ooh. $23.
All right. Make your jump check.
My specialty.
God dang it.
26.
So, because technically the regular people are going between you and him, I'm rolling for what they're doing. And literally only one guy is trying to do anything except run or hide. And he is a the human hunter and guide that they have had with them for a while, and he is shooting his bow, and he just critted the thing.
Nice.
Nice.
Fortunately, he has a regular short bow. Still did 13 points of damage, which actually will help you because your jump check was a what?
26.
Okay.
And that does include the -2.
So yeah, you it kind of wobbles from the arrow impact as it circles back around, and you jump because that wobble makes it slow down. Give me a give me an attack roll.
An attack roll.
Mm-hmm. We're going well and beyond the amount of actions you technically should have in a round, but
Um, and 18.
18.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so your blade slides along the scales but fails to penetrate. Do you want to drop the blade and try and grab hold?
Absolutely.
All right, give me a.
So the maneuver.
What? Yeah, technically it's a grapple. Except it's
So
not a grapple where you're getting any control at the moment. It's just can you hold on enough?
no, I'm just I just want to hold on. So is that we're gonna roll a combat maneuver?
Sure, go ahead.
Hopefully a 19 does something great.
You have a hold, but it is not a good one, and you're going to want to fix that next turn, or you're coming off.
Fine with that. The semi-successful plan, guys. So now I'm hanging on, going, I'm gone.
So he was confused because you weren't there. Then he got shot. Suddenly you're on top of him. So he's not flying his best right now.
I'm doing the Ric Flair.
Greek, it is your turn, sir. Gerg.
All right. So that still makes it really hard. So suppose my initial plan to draw it off is just not working. So I'm gonna run up here, double move.
All right. Any swift actions? We're moving on.
Moving on.
Okay, Emilda.
Going to spend a move action to reload my crossbow, and I suppose I shall fire again.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, that is much better. Does a total of 20... No, I'm sorry. Number's wrong. Does a total of 16 confirm?
No.
17 confirm.
No.
Well. Make me sad. Okay. Well, the one definitely hit, though, because I was a nat 20 on the one. So, I'm going to cry if I minimize. Nope. 4.
Okay. Hatch. What are you?
By the way, I am very, very quietly muttering, shit, shit, shit.
That's fair.
Yes, I will. I will assert my dominance by fixing my grapple.
Okay.
Kind of roll do you need?
If that's all you're doing, then just make a combat maneuver roll.
Yes. So, trying to focus on pretty much not falling off more so than performing any attacks at the moment.
Pick it up.
Okay.
As I am only vaguely aware of how stupid this is.
Well, for future reference, the answer is very.
20, 23.
All right. So it's not the best grip, but you are not coming off. You are definitely. You feel like you might be able to do something next time.
Right. So now a whoop of adrenaline-filled excitement.
Archer fires another arrow, but this one's wide because of the dragon's flailing. Like, it's not got the level flight pattern it had before. It was just kind of soaring along. Now it's tilting back and forth, trying to throw you off while maintaining flight. Which, let's make a fly check for the dragon, because got a sudden unexpected weight on its back.
Yeah. And Hatch ain't little.
Yeah. On the other hand, with a 26 on his fly check, he is maintaining his altitude.
So, what you're telling me is that Hatch is flying a dragon. That's what I'm hearing.
Hatch is riding a dragon, yes. He is not flying the dragon.
All right, give him
Flies
another
itself.
round. Give him another round. Give him another round. He'll be flying the dragon. Currently riding a dragon. That's check, bucket list, boom.
Unfortunately, other than moving and, not crashing, that pretty much ate up the dragon's turn. We're back to Gerg.
Oh, I'm gonna run over here. And what's the negative for the improvised rock?
-4.
All right.
I don't know, man. I've seen you do some devastating shit.
So, can you crit with an improvised weapon?
You can.
What is it?
See?
Just 20?
Yeah, it's a flat 20.
So I didn't confirm. But neg 4 notwithstanding, a nat 20 is a nat 20.
Yes, it is.
I don't know what the damage on a rock would be.
Well, for a fist-sized rock, we're gonna go with
Like so much, dude. It's a crazy amount. Tell him, Justin.
it's a D4 plus your strength. It's bigger than a sling stone,
Oh.
but you're not getting the slings firing.
Yeah.
D4 plus my strength. So come on, maximize. 9 points of damage.
Nice.
God,
So, Hatch, you are
that would
struggling to
decapitate him.
hold on to this thing, and a rock just pings off its skull.
With a loud thump.
More like a
nice.
loud clunk as it literally shatters the rock, and you're pelted with rock fragments.
Fucking threw it out.
Imelda,
Loading the crossbow and firing again. That is a D8.
Are you moving?
I 5-foot step.
Okay.
Does
What was
that
your
get
attack roll?
me a better sight on it? I need to roll it because I rolled the dice that was in the dice cup thing, and then I'm like, wait, that was the D8. I don't think that'll work.
Yeah, it's probably not going to make a high enough roll to hit.
That would be a 22.
That
23.
does hit.
8 points of damage.
Nice.
Eee.
Okay. This thing has 2 bolts and arrow sticking out of it, and a large bleeding wound on its head from where a rock was bounced off its skull. On the other hand, it still seems to be relatively in the fight. Hatch?
We're giving this thing a proper welcome. Where I'm from, we call it a historic hello. We got one guy throwing alley apples at a dragon. This is great. Break it. Am I able to attack it now?
You can, yes.
All right. Okay. So I've gained a modicum of control of my own person.
Yes. I will tell you, if you botch, you're probably coming off.
No.
That's fair. So let's see. I'm trying to run through a myriad of ideas that would potentially allow me to manipulate this thing's ability to control its flight or fly appropriately in any manner. But I don't want to lose my fingers. So, like, I don't want to play peekaboo with this thing, crawl up there and cover its eyes or anything dumb. Logically, what kind of options do I have here?
Well, there's this lovely wing membrane attached to its body right next to you.
A lovely. Say that again.
Well, I probably should just make a intelligence check. That should be wonderful for you.
Absolutely. 15.
Well, it needs wings to fly.
It does. Hey, that gives me an idea.
There's the wing membrane attached to the body right next to you.
All right. That's the spot. That's the sweet spot. Let's affect that ability to maneuver appropriately. So attacking it, or I mean, let's face it. I don't feel like, for as strong as I am, I don't know if I have the strength to stop a wing flapping mid-flight.
Frankie, come on.
You know what I mean? Where I like leap out there and grab the wing and just try to hold on. I think that makes sense.
Go.
I mean,
Go.
it's not that much bigger than you.
Oh,
Look at the size. I
oh
mean,
well.
the
In that
size of you
case,
compared
yeah,
to the
that's
physical
fair.
body. It's literally
Okay.
just you being on its back. It's having trouble staying up.
Well, in that case, is that something that's feasible? And if so, from where I'm at, would it be something akin to like an actual grapple maneuver to just reach down and kind of grapple both of its wings here from where I'm at?
Oh, if you want to grapple both of
Or,
its wings from where you're at, you can attempt that, but that's going against its full CMD, which you have not yet breached.
right, right. That's sort of my issue currently, right? So
If you're
let's do
gonna,
the one singular. Let's just attack the singular wing then.
okay, are you attacking it or are you reaching out to grab it?
That's forgive my verbiage. Let's grapple the single wing.
Okay. I guess the question is, are you trying to grab it at the base, or are you trying to like jump out and grab an edge?
Hmm. What's the trade off here? What would leaping outward benefit me in any way? What's the does the risk pay off?
I'll let you decide what Hatch can figure out, but realistically, grabbing it closer is to the body is going to have less effect on the dragon. If you're hanging off of this part down here, the wingtip, or not necessarily the wingtip, but where like the finger is, then he's going to be massively overbalanced on that one side.
Okay, so there you go. That
But
has
failing
my initial
means you're going to
question.
fall.
Right. My initial question was how to manipulate its flight trajectory, and
Yeah,
that's where
that would
logically Hatch has gone. So
definitely do it.
leaping outward toward the edge of the wing.
Okay. Right wing or left wing? Left being towards your companions
let's
or right
go.
being away?
Yes, let's go left. I want to steer it towards everyone.
All right, give me a jump check followed by a grapple.
Awesome. Jump check. 21.
Okay, that's plenty.
And grapple is combat maneuver.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. 24.
So, anyone watching, literally watch his Hatch kind of get to his knees and push from that position out towards the dragon, and it looks like he's gonna fall completely off. And he grabs hold of the wing on the way down, and the two of them suddenly just go into this very short, because you're not that high up, death spiral, plowing into the ground here. Both of you
Yeah.
take 3d6 damage.
Yeah. Worth it.
So 9 points each.
So I hope the both of you need to be aware, right, that forevermore it is going to be very hard to convince Hats that he did not fly a dragon, right? You just saw it.
What you gonna
Tell people you flew a dragon.
Come on, all these witnesses, you just seen it.
No,
I
I'm going.
picked where it landed.
I think that was very impressive.
Well, the girl that looks to be of Athon descent comes running over, but she can only get so far this round. Hunter's going to try and put another arrow into the down, and it shatters against its scales without penetrating. It is now the dragon's turn.
Uh-oh.
He is unhappy. What's your AC, Hatch?
No one makes me. It's like so high. Sorry, my character sheet isn't loading very fast. Yes. It is 17.
So, good news. It only gets one attack because it had to spend a round getting up because both of you are currently prone. So it literally gets just the bite attack, for which it has a plus 11. Are you fucking kidding me?
I'll glare menacingly at it.
So, Hatch, it comes down to bite you, and its jaws snap shut and tangle in your clothing. Oh, no, wait. Never mind. It did hit you. I just remembered something. You're at a -4 because you're prone.
Yeah.
So I was going to say, otherwise it got a 16, so it like literally missed you by a point, but no, it actually did get you. Unfortunately. For you.
Hey, that's fair. I am laying directly under its maw.
Well, you are now, and it just bit you for 14 points.
And I'm down.
Alright. How far down are you?
Let's see. So, -7.
Ouch. Alright, well, let's hope that your friends get there in time.
Be all right.
Gerg.
God, I hope I'll be all right.
Can I charge attack this thing?
I believe so.
So I just let out this blood-curdling scream of defiance that is cut short.
But the answer to Gerg is yes, you can.
What, +2 to attack? Or no?
It's a +2 to attack, but it also gives you a -2 to your AC till your next turn.
Nope, that's fine. I will charge attack. And with that, it is a 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
Right. And then it does a 18 points of damage.
Oh.
Damn.
You made my friend mad.
I mean, it's a great axe, so it's a D12 plus my strength and a half.
Yep.
It is a pretty good axe. I'll give you that.
So yeah, you run up and you lay into this thing, and it bellows in pain. It noticed. It did not take it and ignore it. Between its sudden close relationship with the ground and and it's extremely close relationship there with your axe. It is not looking great.
Well, I mean, they can be closer, in my opinion.
Imelda.
Alrighty, moving. And as I recall, I can load
You
the
can load
crossbow
while
while
you
moving.
move, yes.
So moving to get a line of sight. And firing again. That would be a. Okay, yeah, that definitely hit the 26. And the damage is 7.
All right, Hatch, give me a con check at a -7.
Okay. Is this a straight con check?
Yeah, D20 plus your con modifier -7.
Right. So 14, because it was a 21.
Nice. You cease bleeding out. You have stabilized.
Awesome. Man, brute rogue for the win. This is my first brute rogue that I've ever played. I like it.
All right. Mori runs in, and she is attempting to attack the dragon, but her punches cannot pierce its scales. Yes, she tried to punch it.
See, I'm not the only foolish combatant here.
The guards are like trying to get into a better position, but you know their job is to protect Lady Laurel, and if you're going to kill the dragon, then they're going to let you do that.
Yeah, don't worry, we got it. We're earning our pay, man.
Yes, you most certainly are. All right, it is the dragon's turn again. Yeah, it's going to turn its attention to Gurg.
Of course it is.
You quite thoroughly gained its attention with that attack.
That was it was a hefty blow. Savage one, if you will.
Technically, it gets a whole lot of attacks in one round. What is your AC, Gurg?
Currently, for this round only, an 18.
Okay, well, missed the bite. It only hits you with one attack. It hits Mori with a wing. She takes 4 points, and you take 7. Is it?
Ow.
It attempted to bite and claw you twice, and it only managed to catch you with one claw because it rolled absolute crap.
My turn.
Yeah, it went full attack and didn't get very far.
All right. Well, as I adjust the grip on my axe, raise it high over my head. Let's see. That would be does a 21 hit?
It does.
Cool.
Dragon doesn't think so.
Oh, I'm sure he doesn't. All right. And that would be 17 points of damage.
So you raise your axe up, and where it tried to bite you, you just bring your axe down on top of its skull. Which doesn't really penetrate the skull itself, but it ends up bouncing its head off the ground, and it just lays there, stunned. Emilda?
Yeah. Somewhat closer, reloading. Another shot.
Huh?
I'm doing good on this. I'm actually vaguely surprised. Like, I did not expect to be doing. That would be a 22.
A 22?
Yes.
I need to check something real quick. You miss. Because you're firing into melee.
Was all that talk of doing so well?
Well, she would have hit if the dragon was sitting there by itself, but she's firing into melee, so. Or of the bolt just doesn't find purchase. Okay, Hatch, as long as you don't get stepped on, you're fine. Mori is going to try and punch it again. Mori succeeds, and the dragon goes still.
See, I just felt this need to kind of like redeem myself. So I did some foolish shit. Just so happened it paid off. It kind of.
Out of game, Gerg put it at 0 HP, so it was one of those, it was right at the edge of unconsciousness.
Nice.
But it was still
Trust it.
just barely up. It could basically like take a half action each round.
I don't trust it.
Okay.
I want to, attempt to chop off its head if I can.
It might take you a couple blows, but yeah.
And then I dragon's head, raise it above my own, and
That is two-hand job, because it is a relatively large head.
That's fair, but I'm
But yeah.
a relatively strong character.
Yep. Yeah, everyone else is, very, very pleased with this thing. Other people are coming back. They're still somewhat shaken, but they're here. Emilda, you gonna try and drag your companion out from under this thing's feet?
Yeah.
Don't sound
Still
so
kind of
enthusiastic.
I'm still kind of reveling in bloodlust. I am Gurg, Dragonbane.
Yes, yes, very intimidating now.
There's a mighty round of cheers from several of the others.
Oh, they're going to be insufferable after this. I'm grinning. I'm smirking as I say it. And of that. Oh dear. Alrighty. You want a strength check, or are we just saying I?
Well, I was gonna say, Maury will at least come around and help you if Gerg's too busy showing off.
And I do. At this point, cast a Cure Light on Hatch. You get nice. 9 points back. I'm sorry, he gets 10 points back.
So Hatch, you come
So I'm
to
up to 3.
in a lot of pain, but
I don't care. Still laying in place. Look about. Gather my bearings
yeah, there's a dead
and
dragon.
just
There's a headless dragon right
fist
there.
without even moving. I lay and then my broken slump fist in the air in jubilation.
Yes.
CR.
Thank you.
Of course. Kind of pat you on the cheek, like, all right, come on. Don't suppose anybody has any skill at trying to skin things, hmm?
Uh, Conbrus says, "Well, I mean, I know how to skin animals, but
It's the same thing, really.
I know how to skin a deer or a rabbit. I don't think that's the same as trying to skin a scaled beast like that."
Just got skin under the scales. Don't worry.
Well, if nothing else, grab a tooth, grab a fang or a claw.
I'm holding all the fangs.
Like to harvest whatever usable bits we can. So, uh, curious, what of the blood of dragons? Does anyone use that for a reagent?
Mages might. Arcane users might for something.
I'm just curious. It's valuable. That's kind of really it.
Actually, that'd be Knowledge Arcana, wouldn't it? Do I have Knowledge Arcana? It is a skill, it is a class skill, but I do not have any ranks. Not
They're
again.
not gonna skin it. I'm gonna cut off a wing each for me and Hatch to use as mantles.
Yeah.
Well, the one wing is rather torn up.
Is it still recognizable as a dragon wing?
I mean, it's ragged as all heck, but yeah.
I mean, that's kind of the point, though.
Like
It's like, how did
irrelevant.
it get ragged? Well, we killed it. We didn't catch it while it was sleeping. We killed it.
That's right.
And As a point of pride, I would offer that wing to Hatch, as he's the one that caused the damage to the wing.
That is correct.
Gladly accepted. And like any good hunter, I would, you know, taste of the blood of my kill. What of the heart? That's like a big thing I hear in stories, right? Heart of a
So,
dragon.
I was like, the people were gathering around to congratulate you, and now they're like starting to back away a little bit.
Well, I'm not like drinking a big cup of it. A little off of the blade. Pray, give some praise to whatever offhanded nature god that I'm aware of.
Well, let's see. There is Grashk is the god of beasts. Gloria is the goddess of the hunt.
There you go. Her then to her, because that's what just happened here, in my opinion. And I'll remove the heart, taste a little of its blood, blah blah blah, harvest a few more reagents, and be done.
I would
Oh wait,
also.
I'm gonna carve a big steak. Who's ever said that they've had a dragon steak? I don't know. But let's find out if it's worth talking about.
Okay. So yeah,
I would
Tonbris.
also praise the goddess of the hunt.
So Tonbris tells you he could try and skin it, but to preserve the hide, you'd be stuck here for quite a while.
I don't know if preservation is really something that's up our alley at the moment. Who's to say this isn't part of a clutch? By the way, out of character, no fuck all about dragons.
So yeah, you harvest your steak. In fact, they go ahead and, with your permission, harvest quite a bit of the meat until somebody yelps and jumps back from the dragon.
They don't need my permission as far as I'm concerned. Half of the people here were involved in the hunt. Part of it's theirs to claim as well.
Well, the problem is somebody cut a little too deep and nicked the stomach.
Ooh.
And the acid is spilling out onto the ground now.
Right.
Which, this being a green dragon, its acid is particularly strong.
Right. We'll have to take our knowledge from this kill, and the next time we're harvesting dragons, don't do that.
Next time, there's actually a look
Well,
of
yeah.
alarm on my face.
Well, yeah, that was easy, mate. Come on, if it's that easy, how lucrative could this become? Killing 2, 3 in a month.
I'll look at the hunter and be like, "Can you turn this claw into daggers? Or these claws into daggers?"
I'm not sure it's
He shakes his head. He's like, "That's beyond my skill. Good no, but I could preserve them for you until you get back to town."
Yes, let's do that.
Alrighty. Sure, why not?
If you're wanting to keep the skull, you're probably going to want to strip that as well.
Yeah, yes, do that. Do that too.
Ugh. Meanwhile, Pia is back there praying fervently. I don't know if you notice, or it might take you a while to notice, but she no longer has a horse.
The horse is gone.
Yeah. She made her save, her horse failed. On a nat 1.
I'll offhandedly ask if someone needs to track down and select the horse. Is that a necessity?
She's like, honestly, it's probably so far gone at this point that the time we would lose tracking it is not. Assuming some
That's fair. I personally have
horses.
never owned a horse, so I don't know how expensive they are.
Very, but the gods gave me 2 legs, I may walk upon them.
That's fair. They also gave you partial claim on some of this dragon hide and whatever you could scrap. Maybe that'll buy you another one. At least a pack mule, right?
She does kind of well, yes, the pack mule definitely.
Well, that's the truth of it. Silver lining and all that.
So yeah, they gather around. They'll you have the steaks, which you're experimenting a little bit with to try and figure out how to cook them properly.
Oh yeah. Culinary arts, storytelling, playing an instrument. These are the things that Hatch has, for whatever ridiculous reason, gained a passion for.
Honer is the Demarian elf who is Stroll guy here.
I don't think I can entice any of them to gamble any.
Not tonight. They figure that this encounter with the dragon was gamble enough for one day.
That's fair. Slightly boring, but fair.
Ooh. You speak of gambling, perhaps make a fancy set of gambling equipment with bones. Huh?
Knuckle
Dice,
bone.
dominoes.
Dragon bone dice?
Knuckle bones.
There you go.
Tonbris is like,
Dice, dominoes.
no offense, lads, lady, but how much of this thing are you planning to haul with you? Because
Well, hey, I'm just talking about what you have on hand. I'm not talking about grabbing more.
well, I've got these claws here, and working
There you
on the
go.
skull.
There you go. That sounds like plenty of bone.
Wanted to make dice or whatever, we'd need more.
Well,
I'll go.
I don't know if time would allow for that unless we're gonna like bivouac here.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
I'll take one.
One.
One bone to make a die. Well, I'm kind of snickering at Hatch as I'm doing so. If we're going to make a habit of hunting these, I might as well make a set of them. Yes.
There you are. Cheeky. I like it.
Tonbris is basically Tonbris is telling you how to extract and try and clean it the best you can because you want to get as much meat off as possible.
Right.
And he's like, well, realistically, you should be able to get at least 2. Take one from each joint.
Survival check for me.
Yep.
Okay. I will take that. 21.
Okay. So yeah, following his directions, you get it fairly well cleaned. He tells you normally he'd say you could try and soak it in the stomach acid to try and get some of the stuff off, but considering that dragon was immune to acid, probably
sure
not
it would
going to work. You wouldn't want to do it too long; it could soften the bone. But
So does this hunter guy, as we're sort of packing it in, have a realistic assessment of an appraisal of what we just realistically harvested?
for
Because an appraisal for monetary value. collectively, everyone, not like individually.
No, he doesn't have a clue.
It's mainly okay. That's fair.
Because
I was more
he
wondering. Yeah,
doesn't hunt dragons.
that's fair, and that's why I wanted to gauge the market because I just proclaimed, 2 or 3 of these a month would definitely like cover the bills. I honestly don't know if that's true.
I mean, there was kind of a tense chuckle. Like, their group was relatively unscathed, but it was a very scary moment, and honestly, they feel like they only won because you're insane.
I'll go with that assessment.
I would snicker and nod if I hear that.
I'll not deny it. Mom was a bit heavy-handed. Well, the product of our own environment and whatnot.
Yes,
I'll not make excuses.
there's a few murmured comments about you being lake touched. They're not necessarily derogatory, just kind of a, oh,
Being
well,
what was the term?
lake touched. Lake is the goddess of chaos, madness,
Oh, okay.
and luck.
Okay.
Because, who is as lucky as a madman?
Right. I honestly wouldn't take it, negatively or positively. I just kind of take it in stride.
Yeah.
I've heard the term before. Never applied to me. But
Yep. It's a fairly
well,
common.
if I were to sit down, and think back on what I just did, I'd probably shit my pants.
It's probably. All right. Well, so Tonbress is going to spend his day or his evening. Basically, even though you guys had quite a bit more of the day, they just decide they're going to camp on the other side of the road from where the dragon is. But y'all go ahead and pack it in for the day, and
Fire roast a bit of this meat.
yeah,
Let's.
which is a little bit naturally spicy. There's a bite to it.
Probably a bit of that numbing effect, like squid ink.
Think more like the tingling you get from like pineapple juice,
Times 10.
but with a meat flavor.
Ooh, yum.
Yeah, it is.
Spicy ham.
Yeah. I don't know a better way to describe it because it has some of the acidity in the meat, but not enough to actually harm you after it's been cooked.
Right. Spicy ham. So green
Overjoyed
dragons are.
about the entire process.
You're doing what?
I am overjoyed on the entire process.
Oh,
Right. So apparently, green dragons are spicy ham, and I'll tell everyone.
I'm just sitting here, like, very quietly. I'm kind of going, we are actually going to make a habit of this, aren't we?
We are, and I'm gonna break off
I'm
into
not
some very
saying
deep.
that, but I'm
I'm gonna break off into some very deep philosophical uh, questioning and conversation with a few of the people who would allow my ponderous ramblings to go that far.
Well, Gia
About
is a priestess, so
about
philosophy
the
is.
various. Awesome. Well, I'm curious. What's everyone's opinion? If green dragons are spicy ham, then what is a red dragon?
Probably
Stupid question like that. Just kind of
probably also spicy, just in a different way.
right,
I'm,
not ham. What's
I'm
red?
thinking
Beef,
spicy
spicy
crocodile.
beef. I think that's the black one. The black one is probably
Uh,
spicy herb
there's only 4: green, red, blue, and white.
Oh, blue and white. Okay.
Those are the only types of dragons that exist here.
Right. Why
Because-
would it? I would attempt to engage people in an actual conversation about it.
Yeah. So some people are a little off-put by the subject, but majority of them, particularly like the servants and such, just kind of contemplate. Like, I never thought about. Well, if this tastes like
Right.
this, then
And so, if no one is truly paying attention, what I'm attempting to do is alleviate. Like we just almost all died,
mm-hmm.
and about 40 feet in that direction is the object of our ire. I was on death's doorstep, trying to make everybody forget that, while at the same time trying to forget myself. So,
Yeah.
also attempting to work on my public speaking. This is my segue into Bard. I'm never going to pick up a level in Bard, by the way.
But you want to be a minstrel.
There you go.
Okay. That's what the one guy that is with you guys is. He's a minstrel, not a bard.
Perfect. Well, then he's who I'm going to take music lessons from
Yep.
whenever I get the opportunity.
Don't know if you remember, but last session, while you guys were traveling, he did show you some fingering and stuff on the instrument.
That's right, the lute.
All right. I'm going to.
Perfect.
Are we going to want to continue, guys?
Good with it.
I'm in.
All right. Well, I'm going to call the bio break for this is a almost 2 hour mark for this one. So be back with the next recording shortly.